Remember that.
Can anyone stop me?
You know, my 15 years of hard working out in the gym, if there's one body part that I found is a necessity to win any major professional or amateur bodybuilding contest, that body part is back.
That's my usual workouts. Why? So simple, you have to work out. So simple, you have to work out.
Before fancy machines and before trends, there were forgotten movements that built real muscular backs and power. This is the golden era, where form was unique, intensity was brutal, and the back was carved with exercises the world forgot.
Your mind is in your back. In order to get top shape, you gotta work hard. 2 hours. Every day.
The Iron Warrior in this month's Vallejo workout, and one of the most brutal, excruciating workouts you've ever been through. Come on, let's pump iron.
Welcome to the golden era back workout, where we revisit the forgotten movements that defined an era and shaped the most iconic backs.
Barbell Rows, which is #1 for building thickness and width.
You don't get it back without kicking butt.
This is a main mass building movement for my back, and I prefer to stand on the block to get that extra stretch.
This was the movement that built thickness, density, and that heavy, powerful look that defined the great physiques of the past.
Using a wide grip, I pull the bar just below my sternum, remembering to squeeze it to get that complete contraction. This one hits your entire back. Is it great for thickness and density that you need on stage? As for all back exercises, technique is the key. Do 4 sets of 8 and watch those lats flare out.
There's nothing like barbell rows to build overall density. As far as the reps are concerned, we're looking at 6 to 8 sets, looking at 4 to 5 maximum. Now make sure when you're doing these, it's not always the quantity, but the quality.
Barbell rows were a must-do exercise. No matter at which time during the day you would walk into a golden era gym, you would always see someone standing on top of the bench doing some rows. The sound of iron plates rattled through the gym as the barbells moved up and down, fueling the atmosphere that made you walk through the door.
Remember that.
Can anyone stop me?
Real pain came out. Now I have to really do my best, but my best will be good always. We'll work around it, right? There is a solution for every problem.
One of the best backs of the golden era, his back set the standard in 1983, the physique that crowned him Mr. Olympia that very year.
And Samir Bannout.
See, when you do bend over row, and only the arm goes up, all the way down, and all the way up. I personally believe in full range of motion.
Barbell rows didn't just build the lats, they built the entire back, upper back, mid back, lower lats, and even the spinal erectors. It was a full chain movement, forcing the back to grow as one complete unit. the forgotten behind the neck work.
We go to the pulling machine there, yeah? And we take large grip. You stay straight. Don't bring your body back or forward. Stay straight and pull the weight down, like that.
This is an incredible back builder.
Deep shoulders, small waist, deep back.
Let's see how it's done. One of the exercises that define this approach, behind the neck, wide grip pull down. So instead of pulling the weight to the front of the body, the bar was lowered behind the head. The goal was to open the lats, stretch them wide, and force them to flare.
Anyone stop me?
Exercise when it comes to forgotten behind the neck work. Key factor to a big golden era back was behind the neck pull-ups. Pulling the body up till the bar almost reaches the neck.
Now doing a wide grip chin up on a straight bar. Going up as high as we can behind the head. Going all the way down, stretching the lats. This still works the upper and outer part of your lats. If chin-ups are too easy for you, just add weight.
This wasn't about breaking records, it was about building a big wide back. Golden era bodybuilders believe these movements train the back in a way few others could. Today, behind the neck work is often labeled dangerous or unnecessary. But in the golden era, it was done with control, mobility, and intent, and it played a role in creating some of the widest backs the sport has ever seen. They chased symmetry, they chased a silhouette that looked unreal on stage. Behind the neck pull downs, behind the neck pull-ups, not trendy, not modern, but these forgotten methods work and will always work. Time to move to the next exercise that was used for that classic mass.
We did 4 movements. They're basic, 4 basic moves. The pull-ups, close grip pull-downs, seated rows, T-bar rows. That's my favorite.
Another golden era key mass builder for the back.
For me, training the muscle from all angles is necessary.
Anyone stop me?
Golden era of bodybuilding, a great back was built with heavy basic movements, exercises that demanded strength, balance, and control. Golden era bodybuilders used the T-bar row to build thickness, deep slabs of muscle through the middle of the back. A
watch a lot of guys do T-bar rows. They're at an incline. You should be nice and flat. That's how Franco, back to the back, always flat. The T-bar and the barbell, those are your two mass building movements. Thickness, quality in the middle of the back. You can't get better than those.
A true golden era classic.
8 to 10 reps. That's a good quality to do, particularly with that explosive movement. I would go as low as 6 reps, but I never go higher than 10. Normally I stay around 8. Now on the cable movements, like Pulldowns or cable row, it could go around 12. Sometimes with competition training, maybe go 15. Why are we using 25 instead of 45? Most guys never think about that. A couple weeks ago, I was working with this guy, and he said, well, let's do the 45 to look real impressive. I said, well, if you do that, you're going to miss around 2 to 3 inches of your lats being worked towards the middle of the back. Came back down to the 25, got a better stretch, and they become a little bit higher.
You have to train, and you have to feel the pain. You have to maintain your brain.
The T-bar row was often placed early in back workouts when strength was high and focus was sharp. For the legends of the golden era, the T-bar row wasn't optional. It was a must-do for building that thick mass.
Can anyone stop me?
Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode.
Way to have it, Haney. Way to have it, baby. Make it easy.
Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode. Stretch, explode.
Simple. Brutal. Effective. After those heavy sets of T-bar rows, you'll feel the thickness in your back almost instantly. You'll notice a big dense pump across the entire back. To keep this insane back pump going, we're moving on to the next movement. The next exercise, cable rows. An exercise passed down through generations. And to understand the level of mastery behind it, listen to the story by Platz and what inspired him to build a big golden era back.
I got chest down early on. I got legs down early on. Back, but like, wow, how do you do that? How do I do it? I was a big, I was a tugger. I was an old strength athlete. I wanted to move big weights. And so then I would watch Robbie Robinson. To this day, when Robbie Robinson's doing seated cable rows in the gym, I stop and I watch. It's just so perfect. The way he does seated cable rows, the way he does T-bar rows, the way he does back training. Art, style, love, and I give my attention to that, and I try to emulate that. Using my fingers, cocking my wrists like Robbie does. He doesn't know what he does in this, but I watched him do weakest areas that I had to really learn it. I give special attention to it and train differently. I really believe this day. Until 3 weeks ago, I was in the Gold's Gym going, look at that. Look at Robbie Robinson do that. He's 73 or 4 years old right now, but he still has that finesse. And I watch that, and I think about that. So if I think about body parts, your weaknesses can become your strengths sometimes. They can.